Let me tell you, what do we have in mind for this year? My friend Abhay and my friend Prabal have already briefed you about the marketing and the content, but there's a lot to say, lots and more to say about what is going to happen and what is the goal. Let me tell you, friends, the vision is not 2017 or 18. The vision is 2020, where we want to make this festival the biggest festival in India. We in Kolkata love the book fair and wait whole year for the book fair to happen. You know the Boi Mela? It's like a festival for us, close to our heart. And we really wait for it. So probably our dream is to make it larger than life, bigger than that. And I'm sure with the moving trends and with your participation and encouragement, we are going to make this as big as we want it to be. We have in mind a lot of other things which adds to the quality and the purpose of Fit Expo, and one of them being to entirely change the fitness and wellness landscape of this part of the country. We have seen such expos abroad, and a couple of them in India as well, in cities like Mumbai, Delhi and Bangalore. But only since last year, we have started witnessing something which is unique, something which is thematic, and something which is actually very close and important part of our lifestyle, our own health and fitness. So taking this to a broader spectrum, we are, as he rightly said, we are taking it to the entire East and Northeast India, and we will try to enable the entire fitness and wellness industry players to reach out to lakhs and lakhs of people across the country. So this is the platform Fit Expo. We would also like to create a sustainable platform for exchange of ideas and to encourage fresh talent. Well, how many of us know that in past 4 or 5 months, let us give you an example of one small category of sport is bodybuilding. Probably people hear a lot about cricket and football, and there is a lot of glamour attached to such bigger sports, with due respect to all other sportsmen. Bodybuilding, an integral and important part of our country, I'm sorry to say, has not been recognized to the level where it should have been. And I'm glad to share, in just 4 to 5 months' time, since about February onwards, we had a junior national in Indore and a senior national bodybuilding championship in Gurgaon, where boys and girls from West Bengal made a mark. Our teams have won not less than 5 medals or so, gold, silver and bronze, in various categories. My friends from the media, I want to point it out to you people, that don't you think this is as important as highlighting other sports? Any athlete, any sportsman, I'm sure, has a lot of sacrifices to make and needs a lot of dedication and discipline to come up to this level. And it is our duty to encourage them. And if each one of us from each part of the country starts doing a little bit of what we have started as an initiative. I'm sure the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, the Swasth Bharat, and winning medals in the Olympics will not be a difficult task. Well, we have all seen where Kabaddi is today. There are leagues and pro leagues happening and lakhs and crores of rupees being invested into the sports like Kabaddi. Was it there 2 years back? So look at what we are heading towards. One movie changed the scenario of wrestling in India, and everybody became a fan of wrestling. Wow! Thanks to Amir Khan. The movie Dangal, and there we can see there are wrestling leagues, and I'm also going to share you that I'm also part of the Pro Wrestling League, which is going to happen shortly in Bengal, and we are trying to promote again fresh talents into that wrestling league category, and we are very glad to see that kind of support coming up from each and every part of the city of the state. I mean, if you would have there asking for sponsorships for these athletes and encouragement for these athletes about a year back, I don't think this would have happened. So it becomes a social responsibility of everyone, each individual, to encourage sports like these. And there are many, many such. We have immense discipline and sacrifices done by people in martial arts field. But only and only with support of the corporate world, we see things happening and coming to the limelight. We at Fit Expo genuinely want to encourage athletes and promote all sorts of sports disciplines, and also any and every format of keeping you fit and healthy. We want to create this as the largest platform for not only boosting the talent, but also to promote various categories of sports. We have started this initiative and we want to take it to each and every corner of the states in East and Northeast India. And now why I say East and Northeast India is because we are in Calcutta and we have limited resources, and we also want to make sure that if we belong to this land, it is our duty to promote it here. We also want to do a lot of recognition to our heroes in the sports, who have done such immense sacrifices for promoting sports. We know people from different fraternity who have given their own pocket money, their salaries to promote athletes, to promote sports, to bring it to this level. And it is a pity that people in the corporate world are not watching them. But this is going to change. This scenario is not going to stay forever. And this is our humble effort towards making history about, making the sports glamorous, as well as encouraging athletes and recognizing sportsmen, veterans who have sacrificed their lives for the upliftment of sports and fitness. We have a long list of such people again waiting this year to be recognized, to be felicitated, just like last year. We did about 12 people were felicitated for their support and recognition, whom probably have not been recognized or have been forgotten. we have our very immense talented Mr. Shivaji Ganguly sitting right here in front of me. And trust me, a man who has done so much, who has actually given birth to karate in Kolkata in West Bengal. And today, we look at him with respect, with his two sons doing immensely well in the field of martial arts and promoting it to a very, very different level. And sir, we once again thank you for coming here, and we assure you that you have all the support of the team Fit Expo going ahead.
Thank you very much.
Well, not much words, not taking more time. Let the action speak. Let the action begin, and let the party begin. So here we are, starting off and flagging off the Fit Expo 2017. And it is my pleasure and an extreme honor to have two very, very talented guests who are renowned in the field of fitness workouts in a format called Zumba. And it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Sucheta Pal, leading Zumba educationist of India, who is also popularly called the Zumba Queen of India. A big, big round of applause for Sucheta. We also have the honor of having Ms. Maria Browning, all the way from USA, who's come on an India tour, and we are privileged to have Maria here with us, who's very shortly going to conduct an Aqua Zumba session right here at the Park Hotel soon this evening. And a big round of applause for Maria as well. And it gives me, again, a very, very special pleasure and honor to unveil the brochure for this year, Fit Expo 2017, being unveiled by Sucheta and Maria herself. May I request Sucheta and Maria to just come forward and unveil these. All I'm pleased with. May I request Mr. Prakash Shah, Chairman of GS Marketing, and Mr. Abhay Mishra to please come forward and unveil the brochure. And we will also request Sri Shapan Banerjee, Chetan Pathare sir, and Mr. Vishal Gupta to please come and unveil.
Gagan, tell them to line up in front. अभी थोड़ा सा
On account of 3, you have to come to this side. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, all said and done, we have unveiled the brochure for Fit Expo 2017, and before I proceed on to the next floor, I would like to thank the executive committee of the Fit Expo 2017, my entire team for their dedication and hard work towards Fit Expo 2017. And quickly I will name a few of them. Mr. Prakash Shah, Mr. Pramal Basu, Mr. Aman Mishra, Mr. Rajesh Chaturvedi, Mr. Saranjit Singh, Mr. Chitrup Shah, Mr. Ranajit Dattagupta, Mr. Ramoj Mukherjee, Mr. Sanjay Srivastav, Mr. Pramod Malu, Mr. Rajesh Chaudhary, and the entire events committee, Ms. Natalie Potshaw, Ms. Anjum Ghosh, Sangeeta Bhuwalka, and Ms. Vinita Majida, Suprita Singh. A big round of applause for Suprita. And Shagufta Rahman. And a special vote of thanks to the team Body Power. We have today with us Mr. Nitin Shetty from Body Power India. And we thank him for coming and making it to this event. Although Body Power has a very big event going on today in Bareilly, I believe. And we still have Nitin with us today. Thank you, Nitin, for coming. I would like now to extend my vote of thanks to some special dignitaries, some guests who have taken their precious time to come and bless us and give their support to Fit Expo. I would like to thank Mr. Chetan Pathare, the Chief of the Indian Bodybuilders Federation, for coming all the way from Mumbai today to extend his support. We have Mr. Vishal Gupta, the Chairman of Viva Fitness, coming all the way from Jalandhar to bless us here. We have our very own, our very favorite Mr. Shopan Banerjee, who is also the head of the Bengal Olympic Association. Thank you for coming. We have Mr. Rohit Sahu from Muscle Mechanics coming in here at Calcutta. Thank you, Rohit. We have Shri Shivaji Ganguly, who have been always blessing us with his support and his encouragement. We also have Mr. Tushar Banerjee here, and we have Mr. Anwar Wahab, we have Mr. Arthur Cardozo, we have Mr. Kanchan Datta, a dear friend of mine, and we also have my brother, Mr. Amran Zaki, who has also graced the occasion today. Thank you all for making it to this grand celebration. Well, I would now like to share a small video presentation for the Fit Expo 2017. Can we have the presentation, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Before we proceed to the concluding session of this event today, I would like to have a few thoughts, some suggestions from a few friends who are here today, who have been extremely helpful in giving advices and support and guiding us through to make this event bigger and stronger. Well, we couldn't have Mr. Kaizad Kapadia, an extremely talented father figure of the Indian fitness industry today because of some other engagements. But we have a small video of Mr. Kaizad sending us his thoughts and wishes. Can we have it on the screen, please?
This is about the Fit Expo that happens in Kolkata. I was there last year as an invitee of Gagan Sachdev, the visionary who thought of the Fit Expo. There are a lot of expos happening in the fitness industry all over the country. And quite frankly, I thought that the country could not host any more Fit Expos. What piqued my interest was the fact that Convenor had planned it in his hometown, Kolkata. The east of India has always been something that intrigued me, something that interested me. I believe that incredible human resource in the fitness industry exists in the east and the northeast. And the east and the northeast were very important for me. So when Gagan invited me for the first Fit Expo happening in Kolkata, I was so keen and eager to come over. I'm so glad that I came because it was a beautiful event organized. Maybe small, but that's how everything starts off. But it was a great effort, it was an honest effort. And I loved being here in Kolkata. The next one, just like everything good has to grow, the next one promises to be much bigger than the first one. And I'm so excited to be here again in November when the Fit Expo happens. It is going to be the fitness event of the east of India. And as I said, the east is very important to me, and hence every time the Fit Expo happens here, you can expect me here sharing my domain expertise with the people here. The Gagan Academy is going to come in Kolkata, and I have tremendous amount of sort of expectations from the east that I'll have some great use the Fit Expo as a great platform for KM. And I'm going to extract as much benefit as possible from this event organized by my friend Gagan, which is the Fit Expo. Hope to see you there.
Thank you, brother. Well, very quickly, and I would like to call one of my very dear friends, Mr. Anwar Wahab. Anwar, are you there? Yes, he's there. All right. Anwar is coming. In the meantime, I'll call one of my very dearest friends and also my support system, Mr. Kanchan Datta, to share his thought about Fit Expo 2017. Kanchan Datta, can I have you here, please?
Thank you, this is an honor. Actually, can I call him Gagan because we've been friends now, so thank you for addressing my first name. With him around, I think the journey has always been exciting. And it's been fabulous over the last 15 years that we've known each other now. And to make Bodyline the #1 sports facilitator for the state, I guess it's from 1 to 10, it's Bodyline. I don't know who's number 11 though. Then to start off with Karma, a name that I love personally, his chain of fitness, the gyms. And Fit Expo, when he spoke about Fit Expo last year, I was taken aback. And I realized, and I honestly, I'm telling this to you from the bottom of my heart, that only a guy like him can think of this, who can come out of his own skin and out of his own passion, think of something that will actually be good for the industry. And I think this is an amazing platform. I'm from advertising. We are possibly the most unfit people in this world. Mostly. Okay, well, I have some dissidents here, but let me also tell you that one or two of us are exceptions, and exceptions never prove the rule. So you know what, we love brands. So, but I'm proud to tell you that this is one man who's made me not wear a Rolex, but a Fitbit. It goes to him. And I'm happy with the 15,000 rupees watch because, you know what, I'm trying to make a point here. I'm going to tell you guys that, you know what, I am wearing a Fitbit and that's my persona. And I think this is what is required in today's day and age. When people come out of their own shell and realize that life is not about only the good part of it, it's also about looking better, feeling fit. And when I gym in a particular, I will mention where, but when I speak to my instructor, I see how I am also slowly changing. And this is amazing, you know. Nowadays I keep going telling him that, you know what, I'm going to do two cores or 3 cores. I'm going to do only core today. Or I'm going to just do strengths today. And I was never to speak like this a year back. And it surprises me. That hello, is this the same person talking? But believe you me, this is just the tip of the iceberg for this part of the country. And I think it's a bit of a chicken and egg for the fitness industry today. And I'm going to say this because I'm a novice here. You guys should know it better. is it the fitness enthusiasts and guys like us who make a difference, or is it that instructor who makes a difference, who actually inspires me to do better things? And I think there's a shortage of great instructors today in the state. And platforms like this are so welcome, because that's what creates awareness, that's what gets people motivated, that's what makes this whole environment so robust that people move into this category. And I think, and I must give this to him, entirely to him, to create this great platform to make the state a much fitter state. Thank you. And I think this year is going to be far better than last year. And we have to be book fair. I'm a Bengali, and we think we are cerebral and all that, so book fair is really big for us. But if the mind is there, can the body be far behind? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kanchinda, for your kind words and encouragement. May I call upon Mr. Anwar Wahab, one of the biggest fitness consultants and experts. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good evening, distinguished guests, and good evening to you all. Do you know that you guys are the 10% of this fitness industry who have sacrificed your time and come down here? So give a round of applause to you guys. And also, I would say the team, Mr. Abhay Singh, and the whole team, they work the ass out from the time we finished the last 2016. And I could see the sparkle in Gagan's eyes whenever we met, and he kept on pumping, like, look, it's not over, it's just starting from here. Now that's a really fitness trainer's motivation I got it from him. Okay, so I would say the team, applause for Mr. Abhay Singh and the gang. Big round of applause for him. And is injected by the heavy fuel, body power. Big round of applause for them too. And it's really an honor to be here. And I'm really thankful to Gagan to invite me once again. So maybe I've done a little bit good there. So I'm really honored. So thank you very much, Gagan, to having me here. In this such a blissful platform with amazing people around here. One day I may do so much too. I'm not a great speech, I don't do all that, I'm just on the ground. I can do push-ups, I can do probably handstand or something like that. That's all my job, so I would say last year, I just want to share the one very anecdote which I had. I was also invited in Delhi. So Fit Expo 2016 happened here in Calcutta, and at the same time, I think 2 days before that it happened in Delhi, if I am not mistaken. So I think I was the only guy from Calcutta who was invited in Delhi, and I was judging the physics contest there. Okay, judging the physics contest male. It was such a long, the guys were coming naked in front of me, and I was fed up of watching them, And till the time they announced, now the females are coming in. So I said, like, thank God, there is some, I was having that. So that was brilliant. So anyway, just coming back from Delhi to back to here in Calcutta, I won't compare that, but I would say this was awesome. Okay, and thank you very much once again to having me here. Thank you all of you to come down here. We'll see you in November 11th and 12th, 2017. And please don't forget to come at my seminar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anwar. You have been an inspiration to all of us always. So, very quickly, may I call upon my brother, my most beloved, Mr. Chetan Pathare, for a few words and his thought about Fit Expo 2017.
Good evening to all of you. It is really a pleasure to be a part of Fit Expo 2017. Indian Bodybuilders Federation has been supporting body power since its inception in India, and last year also we were part of it. We conducted the bodybuilding competition there in Mumbai. I met actually Mr. Gagan in Mumbai during Body Power Expo, and he introduced me to Vishal Gupta ji. And since then we started working together as a team for promoting the bodybuilding. And I am very, very happy to announce that after we made this gentleman, we have taken bodybuilding sport to the next level. This year during our national championship, we have given away 40 lakhs rupees cash award without any government support. And the entire year more than 2 crores were distributed, the cash awards were distributed. And these people have really been very, very supportive. I am very thankful to Viva for the bodybuilding always, Mr. Gagan ji, always. And this year, Indian Bodybuilders Federation is supporting Fit Expo, also along with the West Bengal Bodybuilding Association. And we are all there with all our athletes. The best athletes of our nation will come and support the Fit Expo 2017. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chetan ji. Thank you for your kind words and support to Fit Expo 2017 there. And we expect to make history very soon. And I now call upon a very, very eminent personality and a key person in our city, our state, who is also the head of various gamuts of sports, who is the head of the Bengal Olympic Association and who is spearheading and encouraging all formats of sports in our state. Shri Swapan Banerjee. Sir.
आज बहुत खुशी का दिन है। बंगाल में ऐसा प्रोग्राम हम कोई दिन नहीं देखा है। आज पठारे जी हम बुलाया कि ये प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, हम सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लगा हमको कि आज बंगाल में ऐसा प्रोग्राम आया। ये प्रोग्राम बेंगलोर में आने के बाद बंगाल ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन का पूरा सपोर्ट आप लोग को सब में है। बंगाल का जितना सपोर्ट लगेगा आप लोग को सब में सपोर्ट करेगा। गगन जी इतना अच्छा काम किया, ये काम के लिए हमारा बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। आज तुषार सिंह आया, शिवाजी गंगुली आया, रतन बसाक आया, हम लोग का बंगाल का, ये लोग बहुत अच्छे तरफ से काम कर रहे हैं। तो हम चाहता है ऑल इंडिया जैसे काम करता है, मेरा बंगाल भी ऐसे ही काम करता है। एक एक सब में एक इकट्ठा होके हम लोग काम करने से हम आगे बढ़ेगा, यही बोल के मेरा वक्तव्य खत्म कर। और नवंबर में 11 एंड 12 नवंबर में हम लोग को जो प्रोग्राम आ रहा है, एक प्रोग्राम के बारे में हम लोग टोटल सपोर्ट करेगा बंगाल से, आप लोग को साथ में मदद देगा।
Thank you, Sopanda. Ashish, dhanyawad. I think we are bang on time and it's 4:30. We need to wrap up. So probably, I'm sure there would be questions to be answered by, and there are a lot of inquisitive faces I can see. So me and my team, we are open for any sort of questions and any queries if you have. Probably will be available at the podium here. So please shoot your questions and we are ready to answer all of those. And with a vote of thanks to all of you beautiful people, spending your time on a Sunday afternoon and coming all the way for Fit Expo 2017. I humbly extend my gratitude and a very, very big thank you for all of you here. Thank you very much for coming, and let's do it.